Good morning everyone, my name is Calvin. I'm going to be going over top 10 tips for advanced gravity sketch users. Let's jump right into it. So using the light source to sculpt. So here's what I mean. Whenever you're sketching and let's say you have a sketch, let me change the color to red so you guys can see better. Let's say this is a sketch and you're going for this kind of surface. In order to make this surface, whenever you're doing this, make sure you don't make too much edge loop because it's really hard for you to control. And use a snap tool. If you're using the right light sources, it's really helpful. Rather than basic, I recommend using clay because this shows you better, like shadow and everything, cast shadow. So yeah. So if you have this surface and if you want to reach this nice surface over here, let's say this is a car, it's really important to control the light source. So if you have a sketch and you have the light source, all you have to do is you snap it. If you want this to be more subtle, I can use a smooth tool, and if you delete this surface, you will be able to make this surface. Here's before, and there was a surface, and this is the sketch, and you're targeting this sketch to sculpt this using the light source. So if you remove this sketch, you are able to create this nice surface with the accurate using the sketch. Sketch is also important before you jump right into sculpting, because if you jump right into sculpt mode, it's really hard to control all the dots. If you have a nice sketch line and proportion is there and all the details are there, putting the surface is much easier. Most of my models, I spend so much time on the sketch and then surface comes later. That's how I do it. But if my sketch is wrong, the surface is wrong. I would rather spend more time on the sketches than the surface. Of course, you can play around with the surface, try to come up with a different surface, but that's totally up to you. But let me know how you do it. I want to know how you make the surface. Okay, number 2, combining surfaces. So let's say you have two different surfaces and you wanted to make this surface combine. In order to do this, make sure you grab it with the grab spear or grab square. Edit, and if you click and hold the paint and hammer button, click and hold, move your arm to the right, there's a merge and separate tool. If you do this and click desired surface that you want to combine, and it will indicate in yellow, click with the trigger button, and then you'll be able to put this and you'll be able to combine. Okay, alright, so okay, and history tool sometimes doesn't work. Anyway, so okay, so in order to separate, if you already have merged the surfaces, it will indicate in red in both surfaces. But if you want to separate, all you have to do, go to the edit mode, merge and separate. It's the same tool, but if you put your thumb on the joystick and press right or left, this will indicate separate. This blue square will indicate merge. So I want to separate this, so this is the right tool. You can adjust it however you like, small or large, by moving your thumb top and bottom. Hold the trigger button if you want to separate. Since I want all the surface to be separated, I'm going to highlight everything by holding, and you'll be able to separate this. And even if you're in a group edit mode, you won't be able to merge. So you have to use this specific tool to make it merge together. The group edit. So the group edit means if you have a separate surface, and let's say you group it by using the grab spear. So click the 3 purple hexagonal. You just grouped it. If you grab just one of the surface, other group surface will follow you. If you want to edit, you can edit this surface and then edit the second one by using the edit button on the non-dominant hand, the blue dot. But if you want to edit multiple surface, you have to grab any of the surface, click and hold the blue dot, and you'll be able to edit like this surfaces at the same time, but you won't be able to merge together. So crease tool. So crease tool, grab the desired surface that you want to make a crease with the grab spear and click the blue dot. Hammer and brush tool, click and hold. So move your arm to the right. This is the crease tool, and if you release, you'll be able to use this crease tool. If you move this arm towards the surface, it will indicate from dotted line to the solid line. If you point, it will indicate in blue line. And if you want multiple, you can click right in the dot. You'll be able to create 2 surface or 3 surface, depends on the surface. So I just want this line to be creased, or this line, and this one. You just crease the surface. If you want to remove the crease tool, grab and edit, click and hold the brush and hammer tool. Choose crease tool one more time. If you zoom in, you'll be able to see the blue line is already creased. So if you want to remove the crease, click, click, click. Now the crease is gone. And offset is really important too. In order to do this, grab it with the grab spear, click and edit, and there's a floating box. It says thicken and offset. So if you turn this on the desired surface, it will indicate all these yellow arrows. And just grab it with the grab spear, move it to your desired surface. You just made this surface thicker. In order to offset, click and edit. So there's a floating box right now, and this is how you offset. You just offset the surface. So there's no bridge between. Don't use an offset if you want this surface to have a thickness. But if you want to duplicate this surface, use an offset. So you just offset the surface. If you grab it, any of the surface, it will act like a group surface. So you have to separate this surface. So in order to do this, grab it with the grab spear, click and edit with the blue dot, and there's a bake offset. So if you click this, so you just bake the offsetted surface. Yeah, so that's it. Okay, number 7. Switching grab spear to square. So this is a grab spear on the dominant hand. If you use the middle finger to grab it, there's a spear on top of the joystick, and if you move right, it will indicate square now. You just change to grab spear to grab square. Grab it with the middle finger and move your joystick to the right or left. So it will change the grab spear to grab square. Okay. So using the polar symmetry to make wheels or duplicate surface. So when I'm making the wheels, what I do is use the non-dominant hand and click slightly. It will indicate red, and this is perfectly perpendicular. And once you're done with that, go to custom ink, click one more time, and this is the polar symmetry that I'm talking about. So you'll be able to create multiple surface with just one stroke. So what I do whenever I'm making the wheels, so let's say this is the wheel, and I'm gonna make this purple wheel. Since I have this in the center, let's make this cap, and just switch to draw. Turn on the polar symmetry. It will be under custom stroke, point, fine line, custom stroke. You also have a custom stroke. I just use the custom ink, it's much easier. If I want the 5-spoke wheel, move this dot to 5, and it will indicate 5 for you. So just sketch and click and edit the surface and delete all the dots until it left with 2. And what I usually do is grab it with the grab spear and edit and press the purple dot. So press this convert to subdivision object, and you just made this surface. So you have to delete everything. It will only shows 3 surface, and pull out one of them and delete the other one, the single dot. You'll be able to come up with wheel design. So you can just play it around, and it will duplicate the surface for you, and it's so much easier. And you can go crazy. It doesn't have to be accurate. So if you're happy with the surface, and if you want to make one more, what I usually do is I don't make another one because too much step, but I turn on the smart move to XYZ axis, grab it with the grab spear, pull it towards you and duplicate. Once you're done with duplicating, don't move this surface. Whenever you're making this wheel, you always have to grab it with the grab spear of the surface and edit and make the grab spear bigger and shrink and you can place anywhere you want. So I want this surface to be a little darker, and if you want to make this smoother, you can. So this is how you make the wheels in Gravity Sketch, much faster and easier. Okay, when you're done with this, you can bake these surfaces, but usually you don't have to. But I bake everything, so I have one surface. But don't bake the surface until you're satisfied with the surface. Okay, so that's it. So number 9, going back to the origin of Revolve Tool. Whenever you're using the custom Revolve Tool, in order to find this history of the polar symmetry, just place the graph sphere and click slightly of the non-dominant hand. It will show the red XYZ line over here. So if you move this non-dominant hand, it will snap for you. You'll be able to create a same symmetry Revolve Tool. Let's try another one. Press it slightly, and yeah, so that's the origin. This one, place, and it will snap it for you, and you'll be able to create a surface. Number 10, in order to duplicate any of the surface in a sequence with the same distance, all you have to do is place the graph sphere on top of the surface and place this non-dominant hand right below. It has to be horizontal or vertical. If your controller is not on the correct spot, it's not going to show anything, but if you are at the right spot, it will show the XYZ axis on the dominant hand controller. And if you grab it, it will show you how far the distance of the surface is, and all you have to do is use the trigger button on the desired spot and click and hold, and you can build this surface with the same distance. And you can group it, can group edit using the grab square, and yeah, this is just perfect for making like buildings or textures. These lines is also made with the duplicated surface. This line and this line is also used using this technique. Alright, that's it. So that's the background using the technique. So if you have any questions, just feel free to reach me out at Calvin Kim Design or VRCK 3D Modeler, or you can comment on my YouTube channel. Alright designers, that's wrap up for today's Gravity Sketch tutorial. If you got value from this, smash that like button and hit subscribe, and let me know in the comment what you're building next. Your ideas build this channel, so help me support this channel, and yeah, thank you so much.